Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Batman Arkham City Play Arts Kai action figure, and this is number 4, the Dark Knight Returns skin costume for the Dark Knight. Here's the packaging, and on the back shows a couple of pictures of the Dark Knight. We have this, and then we have Robin right here, and let's get him out of packaging. Alright, and here we have the figure outside the packaging. And the accessories that he comes with. He has a total of 5 hands. One is holding batarangs, 2 fists, then 1 gripping hand for the batarang and the rope, and the other one is somewhat of a relaxed hand. And there's the other fist. And here's the figure itself. Let's get a closer look at that head sculpt first. This again is the Dark Knight Returns skin, so he's definitely bulkier. And the belt, the utility belt, it's made out of a softer rubber. Same thing with the cape and the shoulder pieces. Well, the shoulders, the cape's around the cape around the shoulder area. It's also made out of softer rubber. Here's the back of the cape. Alright, here I have Batman with one hand holding the batarangs, the other hand holding the rope. And so there you have it. It's a very, very impressive piece. Let's go over articulation. Head is on a ball joint, and then base of the neck there's a joint as well, but it is hindered by the way they cut the joint, where they slot it in, so it's kind of limited, but the head movement, it's quite good. And then shoulders are ball hinge, but it is also hindered by the cape, the rubber cape. And it also has that swing out arm joint, which you could barely do anything with it because of the cape. And then elbows are ball hinge, wrists are ball hinge. And then the chest, well, more of the abdomen area, there's a ball joint. And nothing really around the waist. And then the hips are ball hinged, the ratcheting ball hinge. And then we have double jointed knees and ball hinge ankles, and also a cut joint around the foot area. So as far as articulation, this guy is pretty good, but the range of motion, it's quite lacking because of the cape. The fact that it runs over the shoulder kind of limits its articulation, and the back of the cape seems a bit too long, actually. So now if you have him standing up, you can see how he's leaning forward a little bit because of the cape, because the cape is so large that it's touching the ground. And it's actually a little longer than the Batman figure. And as far as giving him dynamic poses, it's a bit disappointing with this figure, again because of the cape. So he can't really raise his arm too high. I mean, you could raise it a little bit higher than what I have here, but that's about it. Not a whole lot more. So it's a bit disappointing for Batman without all the articulation. Well, he's got a lot of articulation, it's just the range of motion, it's quite lacking for this guy. And I do really like the proportion of this figure because of how bulky he is, and the joints aren't too bad either. You can see the legs are fine, and the waist is not too skinny, and the arms are not too thin either. Here's another closer look at the head sculpt. Paint job on it, again, really good. Again, definitely a nice looking figure, but you're not gonna get a whole lot of dynamic poses out of him. That's for sure. And as far as his height, Batman stands about 9.75 inches tall, almost 10 inches. And yeah, it's a great looking figure. But he does have problems with range of motion. And I'm not a huge fan of this cape. The fact that it splits into two pieces like that on the back. I'm not a big fan of that. Here's a size comparison between Batman and the blue Spartan Warrior. As you can see, Spartan Warrior is shorter than Batman. And I guess with PlayArt's Kai, the scales are all over the place. But it is still a good looking Batman nonetheless. It's got that anime look to him a little bit. Doesn't look exactly like the Dark Knight Returns style, but it's their interpretation of what he looks like. So there you go. Thanks for watching.